As most of you are probably aware, Italians are not super keen on people tweaking their traditional recipes. Try serving an Italian carbonara with some peas in it and see what happens.
Ma sei stupido.
That doesn't mean, though, that Italians aren't into trying new and different recipes. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The truth is that chances are that tweak you came up with is probably already a recipe in Italy, with its own name and its own tradition. That's what we'd like to explore today, and make this video for all of you guys out there who want a little variety, want to mix things up a little bit. Eva has 3 pasta recipes she wants to share, all of which are going to seem like variations on a very classic and famous Italian pasta dish. In fact, though, each of these dishes is its own traditional recipe where that small twist makes all the difference.
The first dish is the most common Italian dish that everyone knows, which means pasta with tomatoes. But we are going to add a twist that belongs to the southern Italian tradition, that most of you will think that we are crazy, but no, we are not crazy. We just like very good food. We can start with the most Italian ingredients that exist, which is olive oil. I'm crunches for the onion. I'm turning on the heat at medium-low. I'm going to add a little bit of onion. Most of the time when I use tomatoes, I use garlic. In this case, onion is the best choice. And what we need to do is saute the onion for about 2 or 3 minutes. Now we can add the twist, and I'm pretty sure that you never saw this twist in a pasta with tomatoes. And the twist is a potato.
Yeah, that doesn't look like any tomato sauce I've ever seen.
No, I know, but now I'm going to add a very common ingredient with tomatoes, which is basil.
Ah, now it's a tomato sauce.
A little bit of salt. Some black pepper. And already smells very, very good.
I was just about to say, that already looks really delicious.
To help our potatoes to cook, we need to add a little bit of hot water. And now we wait until all the water evaporates. Yes, tomatoes are here, because there isn't a pasta with tomatoes without tomatoes.
Actually, that would be a very Italian thing to have a dish called pasta al pomodoro that has no tomatoes in it.
Yes, we are a little bit creative sometimes. As you can see, all the water evaporates, so we can add the cherry tomatoes. Add a little bit of salt. A little bit of fresh parsley. If it's needed, you can add a little bit of extra hot water, so you are sure that the potatoes will cook. And we can let our sauce cook until the potatoes are cooked. The best pasta shape for tomatoes, without any doubt, is spaghetti. So the pasta will be cooked in 3 minutes, but in 1 minute I will take it out and I will mix with the sauce and finish cooking them together. As you can see, the potatoes are completely tender, which means that they are cooked. Finish it with a little bit of fresh parsley on top.
I've had a lot of pasta with tomatoes or tomato sauce. I've had pasta with potatoes before, but I've never seen a pasta quite like this.
This pasta has a name, Harper, and it's called pasta del Brigadiere.
That means like brigadier.
Carabiniere.
Okay.
And it's a very easy and simple pasta.
Wait a minute, you need to go back. Why is it called pasta? Why is it called Brigadier's pasta?
I don't know. Maybe because the Brigadiere, they liked it a lot. I don't know.
We'll chalk that one up to a mystery for now. If anyone knows why it's called that, let us know.
The fact is that this pasta is very easy to make.
Yeah.
It's very simple and it's very good.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
I know how pasta and potatoes is good.
Yeah.
Like pizza and potatoes. And people, they don't believe us Italians how good potatoes are on pizza, on pasta, but believe me, it's another world.
That's why I could see someone, because a lot of people aren't aware how many like pasta and potato combinations there are. I could see someone coming up with this and being like, oh, I've invented this incredible thing, but
no,
it's a thing. Buon appetito. Okay, yep.
Those potatoes on those pasta.
Combining potatoes and tomatoes into a pasta is a fantastic thing. One of the things that's amazing about pasta al pomodoro, pasta with tomatoes, is that it's a very light, fresh pasta. Especially when you add something like parsley, it gives it that kind of light freshness. What I like about this is it retains that, but the potatoes make it just a little bit more like filling and hearty, you know.
Strong.
Yeah.
A little bit more full version of a tomato pasta.
Yeah, it's like, you know, maybe in a hot summer day you would want the refreshing, you know, normal tomato sauce or something. But this, when it's starting to get a little bit colder, not bad.
Perfect. Those brigadieri, they know how to eat. Assuming that they liked this pasta and they knew about this pasta.
Maybe it's called that because they hated it. They couldn't stand it.
I can think.
No, I can't imagine that either.
It's not possible. Because if there is someone who doesn't like this pasta, it's because they don't have any taste buds.
That is really worth trying, especially because it's so simple and easy to make.
It takes less than 20 minutes to make. Come on, if you don't have time to cook, make this pasta. The next one is even easier than this.
But before you show me that, a quick word about today's video's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Holzkern. Holzkern is a watch and jewelry brand for both men and women. They're based in beautiful Vienna, Austria, where they specialize in making beautiful jewelry out of natural materials. All different kinds of interesting and unique gemstones, woods like olive wood, walnut wood, marble, pearl, even things like peacock feathers. This means that every piece is completely unique. Ava and I really like Holzkern watches. We have several of our own. We also give them as gifts. Ava really likes the feel and look of their natural wood watches. I tend to gravitate towards the automatic watches because I'm a bit of a watch nerd. Oh, and I'm a Star Trek nerd. I guess I'm just a nerd. But what's great about Holzkern is they have something for everyone. They're a family business and they make all of their products in small quantities. That's to ensure quality and responsible and ethical practices. Best of all, getting beautiful jewelry and watches from Holzkern won't break the bank. Everyone thinks that in order to get a beautiful and amazing watch, you need to spend a ton of money. That's not true, but because people believe that, companies take advantage of it. Not Holzkern. They offer free worldwide shipping from Vienna. If you live in the US, you'll get your order within 5 to 9 business days. No customs or anything to deal with. Just free, no hassle shipping. If you click the link down in the description below and use promo code PASTA, you'll get 15% off your order. And while you're over there checking it out, be sure to take a look at their premium club. It's free to join, and it provides access to exclusive products, discounts, and pre-sales for members only. A big thank you to Holzkern for sponsoring today's video. Spicing things up a little bit here, huh?
The most famous spicy pasta in the world, without any doubt, is pasta all'arrabbiata. And this pasta, it can be very similar, but it has a twist. As in most of the case, we start with olive oil. Then we add a clove of garlic. I'm also going to use this, and this is the parsley stem that a lot of people throw away, but in this case we will use to give an extra flavor to our olive oil. The spicy pepper. Now, how much spicy pepper? Here it depends how strong your mouth is, how much you can handle the heat.
Also how spicy your peppers are.
Obviously.
Those ones are very spicy.
Medium low heat, and we let all this amazing flavor combine. So after the parsley stem made their job, we can remove them and add our whole peel tomatoes. Don't forget the salt, obviously. Partially cover it and let it cook for about 10-15 minutes. Today I'm in the mood of spaghetti.
Clearly. So up until now, this pretty much just seems like a normal arrabbiata.
Wait. And now we have the twist. This is pecorino.
So it's a cheesy arrabbiata.
So very cheesy arrabbiata.
This almost seems like it could be my theoretical perfect pasta.
Spicy, cheesy.
These are a few of my favorite things.
And we finish it with some extra cheese and some parsley.
This truly seems like something I would have come up with. Out of all the pasta dishes, my favorites tend to be spicy pastas and cheesy pastas.
This pasta has a name. It's called pasta alla Corte d'Assise and was born in the north of Calabria, around Cosenza.
But wait, explain the name to me. What is Corte d'Assise?
Corte d'Assise is, how do you say that, tribunale? Is where the judge decides.
Oh, like court.
Yes, one of the Italian court. So before we had the police, now we have the court.
Is it named this because there was a lawsuit that went to court where someone called this an arrabbiata, but it wasn't an arrabbiata because arrabbiata doesn't have cheese in it?
Sir, you're out of order. Out of order? I show you out of order.
I don't think so. By the way, being a cheesy pasta can't wait for us for long.
We should dig into it.
Can you?
Yeah, you can. I can see and hear how much more creamy it is than a normal arrabbiata. Buon appetito. The moment I put it in my mouth, I didn't even need to chew. I was like, I love that. I love this. I like this way more than arrabbiata.
I know.
Way more.
Because it has the cheese that actually
Wow, that is so good.
It's a very good plate of pasta, very easy to make, fast.
Just that tiny little change makes a completely different dish. And you know, we even made a video about it. I'll put a link up there, but arrabbiata, it's a really famous classic pasta, but I don't know, in our opinion, there's better spicy pastas like pasta with andouille, which is still my favorite pasta of all time, by the way. This is much better than an arrabbiata, if I'm being honest.
Here, the flavor is a round flavor. It's that cheesy, fatty flavor that just a good pecorino can give to you.
This is a fantastic discovery. More people should know about this pasta.
Pasta alla Corte d'Assise.
Yeah.
So make it and tag us because believe both of us, it's amazing.
This is a masterpiece. I don't want to move on from this actually, but
We have to, because I have the last pasta, resemble a pasta that is famous in all over the world. Maybe one of the most famous Italian pasta dishes. But it was born much before the famous pasta dish.
so let me guess. We're gonna start with some olive oil.
No, we're going to start with some lard.
Oh.
And from this you can understand how old this recipe is and actually also where it's from.
Naples, Campania.
Then we are going to add some onion. And we turn on heat like medium low.
Now a lot of people are gonna ask, can they substitute the lard with olive oil?
Okay, first of all, I don't get why people they are scared of lard. If they are not scared of butter, why they should be scared of lard? I know that maybe the idea that is this pork fat, but you eat bacon, you eat pancetta, you eat salami, you eat butter, you can also eat lard. Then, yes, you can change you can skip and change the lard with olive oil. But in this case, you are going to have a twist on this recipe. So
Twist of a
a twist. Yeah. So what we are looking for here is actually to saute the onion very, very well. But pay attention to not burn them.
I'm not really sure what famous pasta dish this might resemble.
No, until now you can't know. But if you follow me on this other side, what we are going to do now is
Eggs?
eggs. You start to understand?
Maybe.
Here we need 2 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. And we are going to add cheese into the eggs.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
This is a mix of pecorino cheese and parmigiano. You can use all parmigiano, you can use all pecorino, or you can mix them. We are going to use for this pasta no spaghetti, but what we call mezze maniche. It's like a sort of half rigatone.
Well, the word means half sleeves, right?
Yes. So what we need to do now is mantecare, finish cooking the pasta with the lard and the onion, adding a little bit of pasta water.
You mean kind of like how you would cook the pasta in the guanciale fat for a carbonara?
Kind of. And just like a carbonara, we pour the pasta into the egg mixture, collect all the onion and all the fat, and start to mix it. And we top it with a little bit of black pepper.
So this will be interesting to see how this compares to a carbonara. You said that this is older than a carbonara?
This is older than a carbonara. This dish, like all the other dishes we made, has a name, and is called pasta, cacio, e uova. Where cacio means cheese, uova means eggs.
Interesting. It's basically a carbonara, but without guanciale, and then you add onion instead. The fat is really more or less the same because guanciale fat is pork fat, which is lard, so. But it's also kind of maybe close to cacio e pepe since it's white and it doesn't have meat in it, and obviously the name Cacio e Uova. It's interesting.
It's a very interesting combination, and is one of those poor dishes that the people from Naples, they eat when they didn't have a lot of things to eat. On this, that to me is better than a carbonara. There isn't all these tricky, the tricks that you need to make to have the cream and all this, because as you can see,
Yeah, it's super creamy and
it's
amazing.
super creamy. So all the things that were born around the carbonara, the carbo crema.
Well, to be fair though, even with a real carbonara, you don't need all that nonsense.
No.
Actually, that's a problem with people, not with carbonara.
That's also true. That's also true.
It smells really, really amazing. Just that little bit of onion, it smells really like sweet and amazing.
Smells a little bit like regola genovese.
It does, yeah. Speaking of which, we need to do that in a video. Buon appetito.
Creamy, because you can see
It's so creamy and amazing.
it's, to me, for my taste, is much more well balanced than a carbonara.
And a carbonara?
For all those people who can't eat carbonara because they don't eat pork, make this.
Ava, there's lard.
Yes, I was. I don't count lard as a pork. I'm sorry, I'm Southern Italian. We don't count lard as pork.
That was the most calabrese thing you just said.
Ian is a vegetarian.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I make lamb.
With the olive oil doesn't come the same. You can try make with the olive oil.
Yeah, you can try it. I don't think you would get the same creaminess because I don't think that the olive oil will mix as well with the cheese and stuff. It'll kind of separate a little bit.
If people from Naples, they made with lard, and at that time they made with lard because most of them, they weren't enough rich actually to use the olive oil. But if they didn't change the recipe, even when olive oil was available, there is a reason. It's not because they don't want to change, because they know that they can't change something that is already perfect. As you were in love with Corte d'Assise, I'm in love with this.
Okay, whereas the what is it? Corte d'Assise?
Corte d'Assise.
Corte d'Assise was similar enough to arrabbiata that I was like, okay, I would just always take this over an arrabbiata. This one, if you're like someone who really, if what you like about carbonara is the guanciale, then of course make a carbonara. But for a lot of people, myself included, the thing that maybe you like the most about carbonara is that kind of cheesy, eggy sauce. And so this is an example of how carbonara is not the only dish that does that. There are other dishes that do it in an amazing way.
And personally, I really like the kick of the onion. The sweetness of the onion gives that, as I said before, the balance that to me the carbonara hasn't. But this is just my opinion.
Don't call it a carbonara, but try making this pasta. If you try any of these pasta recipes today, which will all be down in the video description below, by the way, tag us in a picture on Instagram or Facebook. We'd love to see it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao.
If this recipe comes from Naples and is older than carbonara, and no one has been able to figure out actually where carbonara comes from, that sort of thickens the plot a little bit, doesn't it?
That was based on this.
Oh, it's possible. Maybe carbonara was a twist of this.
Absolutely, it's possible.